Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another video, and today we're going to be doing a suggestion video by Sebastian Mattel. Thank you very much, Sebastian Mattel, for suggesting this video. So he suggested me to review all the variations of Raoul Caroule, and also as well as Bruno Motorou, and also the stunt racer, Raoul Caroule Hauler. So yeah, there is quite a few variations of Raoul Caroule. So they released every single version of him in all of the T-Roc races. So I'll explain that in a bit, but right now let's just get into the review. So first we're just going to be looking at, of course, the original Raoul Caroule. So of course you probably know what he looks like, of course. I mean, he's got the nice blue, he's got the GRC, he's got the white on the back and the red and like the way back. Also, it just looks really cool. His blue, red, and white just looks very nice. And also, what's also kind of interesting is it's also kind of the United States flag colors. So I find that pretty cool as well. And also, he has World Grand Prix on the spoiler. He's got a nice smiling expression there. So yeah, of course, I'm not going to go too much into him like I'm going to do the rest of the variations of Raoul Caroule. But yeah, that's pretty much it for him. Now we're going to be looking at the second variation of Raoul Caroule, which was Silver Raoul Caroule. So you can see that he has, I believe, the exact same expression. Now, as you could probably tell, of course, he does have silver going along, kind of like his main body color, you can see, kind of like going down like the front, and as well, and also the white that's kind of covering the GRC is more like silver, of course, since this is the Silver Racer Raoul Caroule. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I am a pretty big fan of the Silver Raoul Caroule, but not my favorite though, but definitely a great one. So he looks pretty cool. So the Silver Races were actually released a couple times. They were, I believe, they were released last year as well. They were re-released last year as a T-Roc race, which is pretty cool. Because I believe they started the T-Roc race on the Ice Racer series, so they decided to re-release all kind of like the ones that were before that on their first releases that were not a part of the T-Roc race at first. So yeah, that's Silver Raoul Caroule. So now we're going to be looking at, I believe, the third variation of him, which is, yep, that's right, Neon Racer Raoul Caroule. So he was only which is kind of weird, it's only a couple World Grand Prix races were released in their neon variations, because some like Carla and Jeff weren't released, or Rip Klochkansky, but of course, they would look so cool, in my opinion. They would look awesome as neon racers. So maybe one day they'll release those in the future. But let's get back into this. So, Neon Raoul Caroule, what I like about him is this is just like one of his first times without like more of like a different expression. His expression is more like determined. I guess like more determined than just kind of happy, smiling. So this one's definitely probably one of my favorite variations for Raoul Caroule. I don't know what it is, but it just looks so awesome with like the nice metallic blue at the end and the nice red spoiler and the white and the blue. And also it's more like dark on the side, and it almost looks like purple from my point of view. It's got the nice red wheels as well, which look awesome. He's just really cool. Neon Racer Raoul Caroule is definitely a great one to have. So next up, now we have Ice Racer Raoul Caroule. So now it kind of goes back to like the expression from the Silver Raoul Caroule and the original Raoul Caroule, because like it looks more of just a smiling expression instead of course the Neon Racer Raoul Caroule, which kind of has more of like a determined expression. But it kind of, on the Ice Racer version of him, it looks like more that he went to like, I guess, more just like smiling happy, more like. So, but he's definitely very awesome though, I would say. So, and also, it's also pretty cool, he's got the Russian symbol right there as well, which looks really cool. So he's basically got the same color scheme though. And of course, he's also got some more Russian writing on the side along the white. So instead of reading GRC, it has some Russian symbols, which look pretty cool. It's got the number 3 right there. What I love about the ice racers is, of course, they have all like the ice racer logos and stuff, and all like the snow all over them. That's like probably one of my favorite parts about the ice racers, because they're just, you know, pretty unique. That's just what I like a lot about them. Definitely really cool. So yeah, basically not much else is really different, but it doesn't have World Grand Prix or T-Roc anything on the spoiler though. Just reads number 6 on both sides of the spoiler. Next up, we are going to be looking at some of the 2 most recent ones, Carbon Racer Raoul Caroule. So here he is. Now he is probably one of the most unique variations of Raoul Caroule. Well, just for the fact that he's basically full of carbon. I mean, he has the carbon fiber, of course, on him, more like in the front. He's got the Carbon Racers logo right there with the cool trophy. He's got a different kind of determined expression, too. So that's another thing I like about him, is, of course, he's carbon fiber, and he's got a cool, different-looking, unique expression than most of the other versions. So he is smiling, though. See his teeth right there. So, of course, he's got basically the same color scheme. But basically the most general color scheme, of course. And for once, he actually has like the T-Roc logo, like right there. It's like in small, right by the GRC, which looks very cool. So on the back, he also has the kind of like right in like the corner yeah, it says CRC. That's pretty cool. So yeah, Carbon Racer Raoul Caroule is definitely a great one. And also, what's also pretty cool is his wheels. They're like different colors. The front ones kind of are outlined in blue, and the hind ones are kind of like outlined in red, which look very awesome. They make him look kind of like different in a way and unique. It just seems so cool. And the last variation of Raoul Caroule that we will be looking at, and the most recent one, is going to be Carnival Cup Raoul Caroule. So here he is. So I mean, he is definitely awesome. So as you can see, of course, once again, he goes back to like his more just smiling expression, not really much determined, just kind of like smiling there. But definitely one of like the most colorful versions of Raoul Caroule, because you can see, of course, again, basically the same color scheme, but kind of like the Carbon Racer Raoul Caroule, the front outline of his wheels are red, and then the hind ones are blue. So it's kind of like the same thing on the Carbon Racer Raoul Caroule too, but it kind of outlines his wheels, not really his tires, like the Carnival Cup Raoul Caroule does. So that's pretty cool. So it also has like the number 6 right there, and it reads Caroule right above that. So yeah, he just looks very awesome, and his colors look also maybe just a little lighter as well. And it almost looks like he's got sparkles on a spoiler right there that read Carnival Cup. So yeah, definitely awesome. And he's also got this cool, nice feature. It's kind of like a dark blue color. It's like kind of like right on the roof by like this little window right there. It's a pretty nice add to it. Alright, so now we're going to be looking at Bruno Motorou. So he is Raoul Caroule's crew chief. So he is very unique from the other World Grand Prix crew chiefs, and of course the Piston Cup crew chiefs as well. Just because of course his model is definitely a lot different, and just a model you wouldn't really expect if you didn't really know who Bruno Motorou is. So he's basically got the same colors as Raoul Caroule, of course, since he's his crew chief. He's got, well, basically, though, his blue is basically covering his whole entire body. But he's got, like, the France flag right there, though, which is pretty cool. Red, white, and blue, which is also the United States flag colors. So that is pretty awesome. So, yeah, he just is definitely a very awesome diecast to have as well. So you can see his the World Grand Prix logo, like right there under like his plastic headset right there. So he's kind of got more of a straightforward looking expression. It kind of just looks like he's looking straight. He's got those plastic rearview mirrors. Definitely awesome. I believe he's a Citroen. I could be wrong, but I believe he is. So he's also got kind of like the body in the back kind of covering kind of like half of his tire and wheel right there. And also same thing on the other side too. And his license plate on the back reads, let's see here. It reads Our Fair City on the top, and then reads for the license plate numbers or letters 02-ZS8. So that's what it reads on the back. So nothing like special. It doesn't like read any like initials of like someone who worked on like Cars or Cars 2's name or anything like that. So no hints like that. But yeah, just kind of a normal looking license plate. So yeah, just pretty normal, but also pretty cool at the same time. So now, guys, last but definitely not least, we have the Stunt Racer hauler for Raoul Caroule. So here he is. So he's not like, I wouldn't consider him like the actual like hauler like that was released by Mattel or anything, but he was released in the Stunt Racer series. I believe Mac and Francesco's Stunt Racer haulers were also released as well, which is pretty cool. So you've got, but I would say, I believe his name's Andre, by the way. So he looks pretty awesome. He's got like the nice red cap and the GRC logo right there. He's got a nice smiling expression there. He's got his cool grill, and also it's also kind of nice is he's got like the number 6 World Grand Prix logo all over him, which is just really awesome. I think he's got some pretty good detail onto him. So basically same designs on the other side. He's got the number 6 World Grand Prix France flag. He's got also all-in-all sticker. So all of these decals that are on him are paper stickers, by the way. So I'm guessing you could probably take them off, but I personally wouldn't. I think they're fine like that. So you can actually take off like the hitch, and then you can have like Raoul Caroule like drive up onto that. Like that little ramp right there. And then all you have to do is just push back this little blue thing. And then I believe it just releases him like. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So you can just like set him back on there if you want, and then you could like close the hitch if you would like. So yeah, that's pretty cool that you can do that. I'm having a little trouble here. Alright, so yeah, you can just like close the hitch and have him like drive away. So that is pretty awesome. So if you want to make like a little story like that, that would be pretty cool to do. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. So this is probably one of my longer reviews, but definitely a lot more cool diecasts as well though. So thank you very much, Sebastian Mateo, for suggesting, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. And I'll see you guys next time for another video.
You're only young ones, but we live for it, we die for it, we live for it.